Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. Previously, I have reviewed so many kind of sunshades or glass roof sunshades for Tesla Model Y, and both electric, manual, the one you can actually take it out, and the one you can close and open manually with your hand. And the latest version that I reviewed was the one that you can close and open electronically, just the press of the button. In today's video, I have something new to share with you. This is the electric sunshade that you can close and open with the touch of the buttons right here in the front, and you can also change the ambient light on the sunshade itself, and you can close and open with a voice command like this. Hey Amy,
I am here.
open the sunshade.
Okay.
Hey Amy,
I am here.
close the sunshade.
Okay.
It's really cool. So you can use the voice command button to close and open the sunshade, and you can use the voice command to change the ambient light. Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to red.
Okay.
As you can see, really cool. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation on this new sunshade, and then we'll test it out and see how it looks in my Tesla Model Y. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this new electric sunshade for Model Y glass roof with voice control and ambient light. Here what came in the box. Let's take a closer look. And here is the sunshade itself, because this one has two rollers, front and rear, so it seems like the opening is smaller than the previous electric sunshade that I reviewed before. Okay, here's side-by-side comparison between the one with voice command and ambient light and the one the power only, but it has two buttons here in the rear and the front. So remember, the front is wider and this is the rear. So as you can see, this one is bigger openings. It's about, I would say, 10% or 15% bigger than this one, but this one closed from the rear all the way to the front. This one closed from both front and rear. So this one closed a little faster, this one closed a little slower, but you have bigger opening for the glass roof. I just want to let you know first, and as you can see, the roller in the front and the rear, because there are two, one from the front and the rear, and then when they close, they will merge together in the middle of the sunshade. So it also came with all the hardware and the wire harness. Another big difference here is that the wire harness that power the sunshade actually connecting to the OBD port in the back. So this OBD port is located in the back of center console. So you will have to run the wire from, because you have to plug in the front and then run the wire to the middle of the car. We'll figure that out later. And also the trim removal tools, two of them. So this will help opening up the headliner so we can get these clips in. So it came with the rear plastic clips and two brackets in the front. Also all the screws to mount this on the sunshade, and white gloves. So let me show you real quick. So this is the front of the sunshade. So the front is wider than the rear. So the front of the sunshade, where you plug the wire harness in, the weight is about the same, feel like a tiny bit heavier than the previous version. Right now we saw everything that came in the box. Let me show you where you can get this new sunshade. You can get this new electric sunshade for Tesla Model Y with voice control and ambient light from Test Studio or teststudio.us. They not only have products for Tesla Model Y, they have the products for all Tesla models, including a Cybertruck. As you can see here, there are plenty of Tesla accessories for Tesla Cybertruck 2. And if you are interested, you can use my special discount code DADTC for extra 20% off, and this is the price after the discount. Right now, let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. Okay, let's start with the installation of this new sunroof. So first step here, to remove the gasket or the rubber seal door, just the top part right here, as you can see, and then the space on the inside right there. Be careful with this airbag, but it's a drop down airbag, so it drop down, so we have to go over the top of the airbag on this side. So just use one of these plastic fishing tool to go over the airbag, and then it will go inside as you can see. So I use one of this plastic plier to help open up the headliner on the inside, and then just pull it a little bit, just a little bit. Now just enough that it is getting in. Next we have to use the electrical tape and then tape this end of the cable, which is the end that you are connecting to the sunshade, and this end will go underneath the driver chair and then in the middle of the center console. So let's tape this end real quick. As you can see, I just finished taping up, and now we're just gonna just slowly insert this fishing line in, but before we go on the inside, you have to open up the headliner a little bigger, this one right here. So use the tool to help open up a little bigger so you can pull it in. As you can see, the end that we tape up, it's in. Now just pull it all the way in. Now we can just untape all of this and pull it long enough to probably get to right here. That's where we are going to connect to the sunshade. Next step here, we just have to loop this end in on the inside of the rubber seal, so we can hide all the cable on this part right here. As you can see, I just opened up the rubber seal on the inside and then just put the cable in, so we can hide the cable all the way down, and then this will go in under driver chair. You can see I just hide the cable under the chair and under the floor mat, and we'll just get it to about this part right here. Then we have to remove this panel right here, just right underneath the rear center console air vent. Just use one of the trim removal tool that came in the package to help remove it, and then just pull the panel out. Now I have a rear display connected, but you can connect more than one device to the same OBD port in the back here. So you just have to, the trick is you just have to manage the space before we unplug this one. I highly recommend to turn off the car first. So just go main menu and then safety, and all the way down, power off. Alright, now we can unplug the OBD plug right here. Show you. So we just have to unplug this one, and then now we plug into, this is the one from the sunshade. Now we plug this in and then plug the sunshade one back into the car. So because we're getting a pass-through, basically a pass-through power from the cars to the sunshade. The only tricks here, when you are connecting more than one device, you would have to, you know, well manage all the cable in here, because you would have to put this panel back in. So that's it. We just have to put the panel back in, you know, just manage the cable. There you go. Done. We are done on this part. Now let's go and install the sunshade. Alright, before we install the sunshade, first we have to install these rear plastic locking flap first. So there are already screws installed on it, so you just have to unscrew 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put this wing and then put the screw back with the flap on. Now we have to put the metal wings on top, and then this on top of the ring. Okay, so the rear locking clip, these bars are done. Really simple. Now let me show you the front part. We are not installing the front part here. You have to do it in the car, so it's really difficult to show you that process. So it's easier to show you right now. So first we have to plug in the wire that we already pre-wired in the car, right there, the open port. Just plug that in and then put this clip on the inside of the headliner, between headliner and the glass roof. Then now we push this whole thing, so insert this in the back first and then push this whole thing up, align with the hole right here. As you can see, this hole and any of these 3 holes, align them. Make sure this one is on the outside, cover like this, outside, not inside, outside, like this, and use the included screw to screw it in. Pretty much it. Just, you know, use a little longer screwdriver, so because you have to have this space between here and here, and then screw it in. So now let's take this sunshade in the car and then install it. Now let's install the sunshade in the car. So first, clear out your rear truck first, and then for the second row seat, then you will angle the sunshade like this. Make sure the front part in first, and then you flip the sunshade this way. So this is the rear part, the one that we pre-installed the flap, and just angle in this way. Okay, next move the sunshade in and then put it on top of the front passenger seats. Now we have to insert these flaps that we pre-install into the space between headliner and the glass roof. So just lift it and then insert it in. You can see this flap will go in, and make sure you push it all the way in. Now we have to connect this cable that we ran before, that we pre-installed before on the sunshade. So this little port right here, and then just connect it like so. Now we should get the power for the sunshade. Next here we just have to insert the clip, 2 clips, so we can install the screw. Okay, as you can see here, just use one of these tools, open up the headliner and then install the clip on both sides. Now we can adjust it a little bit as we push this one up, as you can see there. And then we have 3 options to put the screw in, so we don't have to aim just to fit one hole. We can choose any of these. Okay, next here, it's best to have a friend pushing this up all the way so we can put the screw in, because do it by yourself, it's a little challenging. So one friend pushing up and then one person would come and put the screw in. Now just make sure you aim it correctly to merge or to match it on both sides, the clip and the sunshade, and then just screw it in. The installation is pretty much done. A lot easier than I thought. You definitely need one person, extra person help with this sunshade. It would be a lot easier to do. Now let's see the overall look of this new electric sunshade with ambient light and voice command in my Tesla Model Y. Oh wow, I'm actually impressed how good it looks after the installation in my Model Y. It looks super clean. It looks cleaner than the previous, or the electric sunshade only, the one that opened from back to front. It doesn't have these 2 opening, even though this one is actually smaller opening, as I mentioned before. But I think the material is actually matches the headliner of the Model Y better than the other one. Looks super clean too, as you can see, even though it has one button. But then the rear passenger can just, but the only thing is the car has to be quiet. So you can't have music turning on and try to do a voice command. So the rear passenger don't have the access to button, but they can do a voice command. So you have to say, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
open the sunshade."
Okay.
So you can see it's really quick to pick up the voice and response. Same thing to the lighting. You can do, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to red."
Okay.
As you can see, so every time you try to activate the voice command, you have to say, "Hey Amy." So they kind of name
I am here.
this system as Amy. So instead of Alexa, so they name it Amy. So you have to say, "Hey Amy" to activate it. Then it will say, "Hey, I'm here." So let's say, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
close the sunshade."
Okay.
So there are a few keywords that you can command the sunshade. So anytime you want to close and open, you say, "Hey Amy, open the sunshade." "Hey Amy, close the
I am
sunshade."
here.
Same thing here. To change the lighting, just say, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to blue."
Okay.
See, it's really quick response. So the only way so far, as far as I know, to change the ambient lighting is to use the voice command, because there's no button to change the lighting here. So, but the voice command it's quite reliable to command. So as for the ambient lighting, you can change to red, white, blue, green, purple, yellow, orange. So right now it's blue. "Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to yellow."
Okay.
As you can see, that's yellow. You can see maybe this way it's easier. "Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to green."
Okay.
"Change to orange."
Okay.
"Change to cyan."
Okay.
"Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to white."
Okay.
"Hey Amy,
I am here.
change to orange."
Okay.
"Change to purple."
Okay.
So it could pick up a few words right after I say, "Hey Amy." And you can change to have it, change the lighting all the time. You can say, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
switch mode."
Okay.
As you can see, it changed to different colors. It doesn't stay with one color. So it's keep circling to all the colors that I mentioned before. So to change back to solid, just say, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
switch mode."
Okay.
So it go back to the solid one. You can also command, "Hey Amy,
I am here.
turn off ambient light."
Okay.
There you go. Same thing. "Hey Amy,
I am here.
turn on ambient light."
Okay.
There you go. So it's really straightforward as far as the command wise, which is really good. And as I mentioned, it looks really, really clean, super easy to use. So if you want to use the button, you can. So it's a touch button, it's not a press or click button. So you just touch to open, and then you touch again to stop. Here you go, touch again to open. So you can stop any position you want. We can close. You can stop anywhere you want to stop. Just press to let it move, and press again to stop it. Really, really nice. Wow, I'm actually impressed. I was skeptical before installation. Only thing that I mentioned before is that it has to connect to that center console for the power. But the benefit of that, because it's connected directly to the car power, anytime you close the door and you locked, the power will be off right away. So the lighting and the power to the power sunshade, it will be off right away, so it doesn't use the power right after that. Because if you get the power from the socket in here, it will stay on for a little while until it's actually turned off. "Hey Amy,
I am here.
close the sunshade." It's getting really hot
Okay.
here. Really, really cool. And it's not loud. it's quite quiet, as you can hear. It's a little loud in the video because I have this microphone just right in the front, so it picks up a lot of noise because my voice is talking right behind the microphone, but the sound of the Sunshade is right in the front, so it picks up much better sound, but it's not loud at all. It's just normal regular Sunshade noise in the in the OEM Sunshade car. Yeah, I really like it so far. Even though opening is smaller, I wish the opening it's the same size as the regular Sunshade without voice command or without the light. Let me show you different angle on the Sunshade when I close and open. Okay, now you can see a full angle of the Sunshade being closed and open. Hey Emmy,
I am here.
open the Sunshade.
Okay.
As you can see, it opens all the way. There you go. Hey Emmy,
I am here.
close the Sunshade.
Okay.
So this way it's actually closed and open half of the time faster. So 50%, I would say at least 50% faster than the one that actually close from the rear all the way to the front, because now you have front and rear merged into in the middle. So now it's faster to completely close and completely open. Same thing here, you can use the button to open or to pause, and then use the button to close or to pause and to open again. Very cool. Alright, now let me show you what it looks like at night with the ambient light. Here what it looks like in a darker environment. It looks really clean, not super bright, not bothering passenger in the car too much at night, and it's not right in your face, it's on top of you, and it's I love the ambient, the extra function of the ambient lighting, and you can turn it off, of course, anytime you want. Hey Amy,
I am here.
turn off ambient light.
Okay.
There you go. The only thing is that rather have maybe an extra button to change or turn off the ambient light in case the voice commands fail, right? Otherwise it's super nice, and all the material looks really nice. I like it a lot better than I thought. At first I didn't want to review this because I thought it would be pretty much the same as the first electric Sunshade that I reviewed before, but now I was like, yeah, maybe let me try review it and then share with you guys. It's actually kind of better than the previous one. Only thing is that the opening is smaller. Otherwise everything else I think is much more superior than the first generation or the second generation's electric Sunshade. The new electric Sunshade is actually looks so much better than I thought before the installation, and it's a lot easier than I thought to install too. You basically have to put the rear and then push up and then screw it in, and that's it. I think the hardest part is that you need help with pushing it up and then screw it in, and I think the cable running part is not that hard at all. Just follow the steps that I show in this video. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this new electric Sunshade. And the voice command actually works so much better than I thought as well, because it picked up pretty much most of the commands I say to the voice command. And as long as you say the right keywords, then I'll just do what you say, and it responds really quick too. So make sure to put the link of this new electric Sunshade with voice command and ambient lighting in the description down below, and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video, and don't forget to click like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.